Hello stock traders, I hope all of you had a successful trading day. Today was a good day, especially as the market started off. It started off really well. Hit some rockiness there towards the end, but overall I'd say a pretty solid day on the market. In this video I'm going to cover what happened with the top 7 picks from yesterday's video. I'm also going to give you a new top 7 with a few new picks. Just try to help you to be successful and finish out the week right. So we have a 3-day weekend coming up. That should be interesting. Give us a little breather, having Saturday, Sunday, and Monday off. So enjoy your time off, spend some time with your families. Definitely looking forward to that time. So if you were following the top 7 from yesterday's video exactly, and you had all the stocks in the video equally with an equal amount of money in them, you would have had a 0.67% gain. A little better than the market finished, so I think overall that's pretty good. Personally, I had a 2.88% gain. I definitely had a few picks that did very, very well, and so I was excited about that. Month to date, if you are following this list closely, this list should be right around 8.6% up so far for the month. Pretty good so far. I think that we can hit plus 20%. I definitely think that that can happen. Year to date, I'm personally at an 18.11% gain so far this month. The differences are some of the option strategies that I do and some of the warrant strategies, SPACs, so on and so forth. There's all kinds of different things that I employ. I've definitely benefited from some of the picks of some of the members in our group too. Man, there's some smart people in our group. I don't pretend to know everything. I definitely focus on insider activity, and that is what I'm good at. But there are other people with better strengths than me, and so, you know, hey, it's important to learn from them and learn their strategies, and there are a lot of great strategies out there for investing in the stock market. There is more than one way to make money, that is for sure. I like to use Webull as my broker, and the reason why I do is because I can trade as early as 3 a.m. Central Time and as late as 7 p.m. at night. There are great scanners. There's so many great tools on there. If you are looking for a powerful broker, highly recommend that you check them out. We have a link in the description down below. You get 1 free stock when you sign up, and you get more stocks when you deposit money. All right, so had a green day. I got a 1 greeny streak. My record is 22, so trying to break that record again. I'm going to do it at some point this year, so looking forward to that. I have 2 sales to report from the top 7 list. The first is APRN. Finally parted ways with Blue Apron. Sold it for a 7.29% gain. It seems to have stagnated. It's not growing quite as fast as it was. It hasn't had insider activity over the last couple of days, and so it was time to cut ties with that one. Also sold CAG for a 0.81% gain. Wish I would have held it a little longer. It did pretty good today. I actually finished 2% up. It would have been nice to have that additional gain, but I sold it before. I'm happy with that decision. You know, it had hit my exit point that I was looking for as part of my strategy, and it just hadn't reacted so far. So that's going to happen sometimes. There's a little bit of uncertainty going into the market this next week. I do admit that I am a little bit nervous, and when I am nervous in the market, my way of attacking it is to take profits on those items that I am up on. So I like to clear out a lot of those stocks that I've made a good profit on. I will sell them. I will lower my position in some, especially if I'm up 30, 40, 50% and I've held them for a while. If I'm feeling unsure or uncomfortable with an upcoming week, like this next week could be pretty interesting, I will move mostly to cash, and that is what I've begun to start doing. I've started to lower my position in a lot of my stocks, and the reason being to have that cash on hand. And I have made so much money off of playing a big dip and waiting for that dip to happen and getting stocks at a discount. I will let others panic, sell stocks for too little, and then I will scoop up those shares at a time of opportunity. And so it's always good to have cash available to take advantage of deals. And I think there's going to be some deals out there, especially next week. And so it should be kind of interesting. You know, I recommend having some cash on hand, having some cash available to buy those dips and some of those companies that you really believe in, that you want to go long term as far as a strategy goes. I think Wednesday might be that golden opportunity to get a lot of stocks for very cheap. We shall see. It should be pretty interesting to see what happens. I always find the market to be interesting. All right, well, let's get to the top 7 and others. We have a lot of great stocks to cover, so here we go. The first is the Sand Ridge Permian Trust. I still have this. Now, this list is full of OTCs. If you cannot trade over-the-counter stocks, I apologize, but the insiders just really aren't buying shares right now. A lot of the big companies, there just isn't insider activity to track as far as that, and that's what makes me nervous about the market. When insiders aren't buying, I'm extremely nervous. And so there are a lot of OTCs. They tend to be less affected by what's going on in the news. But the first is the Sand Ridge Permian Trust. And on Thursday, it finished down 1.69%. My average in it is 40.5 cents. And since calling this out, it is even. So it is now broken even. Was up in it, but it's come down a little bit. Monterey Resources has been loading, and it's been 7 days in a row that they loaded, but it's been a couple days since their insider activity. So it might be time to look for an exit point on this one soon. But we shall see what tomorrow holds, especially if gas prices and oil and gas is up tomorrow. I could see holding this another day, but it's going to depend upon what those futures look like. The next is Athena Silver Corp. Now, I think that this one is a really good buy right now. So even though it's getting close to the time when I would normally sell, I like the idea of silver, especially with Biden talking about that new stimulus that he wants to propose. I think silver is going to climb. Silver, gold, Bitcoin, I think all of them will do extremely well. But AHNR is Athena Silver Corp, and we've had this one for a while. And on Thursday, this finished down 9.49%. It has been all over the place. This thing has been a yo-yo. My average in it is 0.052 because it's a cheap penny stock. It had insider activity, and right now that's the only thing with insider buying. Anyway, since calling this one out, it is up 17.24%. This is silver mining, and John Power has been loading up and buying shares. All right, number 7 on the list is CNFN Enterprises. This is CNFN. This is another OTC. On Thursday, this finished even, so didn't make any money, didn't lose any money. Since calling this out, is up 18.90%. So these OTCs are pretty explosive. All of them have really nice gains on them. So when it comes time to sell these, it's going to be really good. My average in it is 5 cents a share, and Brian Ross, president and CEO, was buying up shares. And so I thought it was a good idea to buy shares also, and I've been rewarded with that. Hopefully you have made money on that stock also. Number 6 is Knight Food Holdings, another OTC, NGTF. And on Thursday, this finished down 5.26%. My average in it is 12 cents per share. Since calling this out, it is up 8.13%, so it's doing pretty well. Sean Folkson purchased shares at 13 cents in open market. If you are worried that I'm going to be changing to all OTCs, don't worry. As soon as there are stocks available that are not OTCs, I will be choosing those also. I do like these though. I've found that I've made pretty good money on these things. You can't put a ton of money in them because I'm afraid of it getting stuck, but they've been pretty good. All right, number 5 is DVCR, another OTC. This is Dimensions Healthcare. And on Thursday, this finished up 0.49%. My average in it is $3.85. Since calling this out, it is up 7.01%, so it's doing pretty good. Osmium Spectrum LP bought shares 3 days in a row. Bullish activity, definitely, and looking forward to earn even more money out of it. Number 4 is SURG Holdings, and this has ties to Bitcoin, and so this one's been doing really well. This is SURG, another OTC. On Thursday, this finished another 12.04% up. This is doing really well. My average in it is 11 cents per share, and so it is up 44.05% since calling it out. Hopefully you've made money on this one too, and you've been able to buy this one because it's been a really good one. Brian Cox bought shares in open market, and it's been a terrific transaction for us. And a brand new one to the list. This is ADM Endeavors, another OTC. ADMQ, and on Thursday this finished up 12.18%. My average in it is 0.0825, and since calling this out, it is up 6.06%. And John Mark, CEO, bought shares 3 days in a row. Again, bullish activity, rewarded definitely with a move up in stock price. Did very well. All right, number 2 is Landec, LMDC, and on Thursday this finished up 1.75%. My average in it is $10.75, and since calling this out, it is up 2.51%. But Nelson Obis bought shares in open market at $10.81. Analysts have an average target price of $15 a share, so there's some nice upside on this. We could see a 30% upside on this stock, and so far really liking it. I think it's doing pretty well, and I think it's got a lot more to go. And number 1 is Mariana Therapeutics, and this had a terrific day. And this is MRSN. MRSN. This finished up on Thursday, 8.58%. My average in it's $19.20 a share. Since calling this out, it's up 6.77%. And Andrew Hack spent $4.6 million worth of shares, 250,000 shares bought in open market over 3 days. Analysts have an average target price of $33. So we got about a 70% upside according to analysts on this. And this stock has really been doing well for us, up 6.77%, but I think it's just getting started. And it's finally a stock that's not an OTC. All right. Well, I do a lot of work for this. If you could do me a favor, please hit that most amazing and wonderful like button. Also, if you haven't done so before, share this video with your friends. I'd be honored by that. And then please subscribe and turn on those bell notifications so you get notified when one of these videos comes out. Should be interesting this next week. I wish all of you the best of luck. I encourage you to show some self-control, keep some money aside to take advantage of some deals. We might see some really great deals this next week. Enjoy this next 3-day weekend. I know I will. And Raythoven out.